welcome back to my channel. My name is Prachi Sharma, and today is the first interview of the Career Guidance series. On posting the Career Guidance series on the channel, I got a lot of emails from students of different backgrounds and students who were confused about different variety of fields. So today we have Abhilasha, who's a psychology student, and even though she scored 83% in 10th grade and about 94% in 12th grade, she chose a non-conventional field that was not science or commerce. So she went ahead for humanities. So let's catch up with Abhilasha and discuss with her how her story went by and what were her struggles in the whole journey. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Hi Abhilasha, welcome to our channel. Thank you for joining us today. Kindly introduce yourself for the different students and parents we have on the channel to help them understand your background and where you're coming from.
Hi everybody, my name is Abhilasha Vanchu and I'm currently pursuing my Masters in Clinical Psychology from Christ University, Delhi NCR. I've done my class in 10th and 12th in Delhi Public School in Greater Faridabad itself. And I had done, after my class 10th and 12th, I had done my graduation in BSc Applied Psychology from University of Delhi.
What subjects did you choose after 10th grade?
I chose Geography, History, Physical Education, English and Psychology.
Oh, okay. So even though you scored 83% in 10th grade, what made you incline towards selecting these subjects? Because if we think about a conventional mindset, you would be asked to join science or commerce.
Yeah, but it was never in my mind that I had to go for those subjects because of me having a threat towards being dreaded towards maths and science. It was never my interest area. So I was always very clear that I have to choose this subject itself. And it was never an option for me that I had to go for science or commerce.
I think a lot of students will relate to this because you're not alone in the field of being, scared of science and maths. So I think a lot of students will relate to that. So, what was your vision or career goal when you chose humanities? Plus, more importantly, was it difficult to convince your parents?
Convincing my parents was not tough at all because they knew how much I struggled with the subject and they knew that I was always inclined towards social science and because in class 10 I was always studying maths and science and that is what I couldn't pay attention to social science which I was genuinely interested in. So in class 11th when I chose the subjects I was really happy with them and it was the one that interested me a lot. They were the ones that aligned with my career goals also because further in class 10th I used to imagine myself as a IAS officer or some civil service individual but in class 10th, 11th I definitely changed my stream but it was always aligned with my career goals.
How did you get selected in Gargi College for this course? And what does the process look like?
So now the process has changed a little, but back in my times, I had this. We had this merit system that was in Delhi University. So I had scored 95%, which was in line with the cutoff that was released that year. So that is how I joined the college. I had to go to the college for my document verification. But now I think they have an exam for every field, and 50% of the marks from that exam is counted along with the percentage that you have scored in class 10 or 12.
Okay, got it. So earlier it was just the merit system, like you get a percentage in 12th grade. The cutoff list is put out, and you just go ahead and verify your documents and get admission. But right now it's 50-50, like 50% for an exam they conduct and 50% your merit. Okay. As you are a first year master's student, what is your next step? And are you getting closer to your career goal or vision you had when you were in 11th?
Definitely, I'm getting closer to it because when I chose psychology as a subject, I had always imagined myself sitting in a hospital and catering to patients. It was always my goal to be a doctor when I was a kid, but then later on it changed to be a psychologist. So RCI licensed college, which will give me an access to being involved in the hospital settings.
Mhm. So, when you talk about being a clinical psychologist and sitting in a hospital, so what is the scope of this field? If I just talk about psychology as a subject, so you went ahead for clinical psychology, but what is the scope of this field? What career options can a student have once they opt for this?
So psychology is not definitely limited to clinical psychology. It has a
Okay.
wide variety of branches along with it.
Mhm.
You can go for HR after this by choosing organizational psychology. You
Okay.
could go for forensic psychology. There is an upcoming field of sports psychology wherein you can become coaches and also can guide the coaches how to help the players out. And also another field is coming up, that is fashion psychology. A lot of branches are involved in psychology, and whatever
Okay, so you're
suits
saying
the
once you
learner.
opt for this field, there's a vast range of options you have just to find out your interest and go ahead with that. Okay, that's interesting. So let's say I'm a student selecting humanities today, but I'm a bit confused with the subject that I opt for. So what would be your advice and why?
So when you are choosing humanities, you have to look for your interest areas. But I would say that political science is a great field that
Mhm.
individuals can look for. Psychology, as I've already told, because of my interest and my bias towards that subject, that would be one.
Yeah.
And then you have maybe in English that is compulsory. You
Mhm.
can go for history. You can become a professor after that.
Mhm.
So the choices are unlimited when you choose this subject.
Mhm. And when we talk about, for example, maths for an optional subject, so does it increase your career choices, or is it fine? Like you are still, in the similar area, you still have similar options. Does it make a difference?
Um, Definitely, maths does make a difference in one life. You can choose maths and then go for economics. Economics with maths is something that is a preferred field.
Uh
You
huh.
can become an economist, which is a demand for India and as well as the other nations also.
Okay. Okay. So my next question for you is that according to you, what are the top five fields a student can target if they are opting for humanities or moving ahead in this field? Because when we talk about our normal mindset, when we talk about humanities, we have a belief that we are limiting our options. So, according to you, top five fields a student can think of that they are, good for career choices.
So it's a misconception that one is limiting their fields after humanities, choosing humanities. So
Uh-huh.
you can go for being a journalist, or you could also go for you can look for being a psychologist, or civil services exam is much the field that people choose for after going for humanities, because in science you might not be able to pay much attention to the demands of the exam,
Uh-huh.
and then
Mhm.
you can also go for being an economist, and most important, you can be a professor if that's what interests you. Like being a teacher
Mhm.
is what interests you. You can definitely go for being a professor.
Mhm. I think, yeah, definitely. If you have a specific eye or a specific field to be a teacher, I think that should be a great choice of field. So, as you have completed your graduation now and you're in masters at the moment, have you ever felt that there's a difference between being an ISC student or CBSE student?
No, being an ISC student or CBSE student, I believe is mattered only when you are in school. When you are
Okay.
in school, you might be compared with the students with ICSE grade or ISC grade,
Uh-huh.
because they are the ones who are getting a level ahead knowledge than the CBSE students do. They
Mhm.
are one step higher than them in school level, but in
Mhm.
graduation, everybody is treated equally, and everybody is taught what is being taught, like in the course structure itself. So there is no difference when it comes to in higher education.
Mhm. Like, for example, if you have a classmate who was passed out from ISC, will he or she have a little bit more knowledge than you, or is it like the similar course, so similar pattern, so it doesn't really matter?
It doesn't really matter. I haven't felt the difference
I think that's good information for the students. So, at any point, have you thought that you should have opted for science or commerce or any other subject for that matter?
No, because I have always been very crystal clear with what subjects I wanted in my life. So it was never a doubt for me, and nor do I regret taking up these subjects. I was very, very happy and relaxed in class 11th and 12th after taking this subject.
I think very rare students would say that being relaxed in 11, 12, because majority of the students I get, they are dreadful. Like they are like almost at the verge of, mom, what's happening in my life right now? So I think that is something I should put out, that if you select subjects of your choice, you're gonna be relaxed and fine in 11th and 12th. That's good. So, my last question to you is, what is your advice for a student who's completing 10th grade, inclined towards taking humanities, but skeptical to make the decision?
Like I've said throughout the video, I feel that choose your interest area. My parents have been the one who've been saying me to always go for the for my passion. So that is what I would suggest to the others also. Go with the passion and not with the subjects, because even if you become a doctor today or an engineer today, you might be an average one, but when you choose a subject that is of your interest area, you could actually excel in it and could contribute to the field that you're choosing.
Yeah,
So
that is so true. That is so true. Like if you put hard work in in your choice of field, then definitely you would go an extra mile to make sure that you prove yourself. And if you're just following the crowd, I don't think you would even, go halfway and be half good in that field. That's amazing information. So thank you so much, Abhilasha, for taking out some time for us and answering all the questions with so much depth and insight. I'm 100% sure that the students watching this video today will find so much good information here and will definitely ask more questions if they have about this field. So thank you so much, and I hope the students will be able to make more informed decisions. So thank you so much.
thank you for
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye. So students, to summarize today's session and today's interview for you, bottom line is that if you are inclined towards the subjects that are offered in humanities, and if you think they are really your passion and you like working on those subjects, it is suggested and it is advised. So please go ahead for your passion. Select your field of choice, because once you're doing that, you can definitely put in extra work and excel in that field. Now, let's talk about if you're thinking about getting into Delhi University or different type of universities for that matter. So yes, your 12th grade percent and your 10th grade percent matter, your merit matters. Majority of the universities post COVID have started taking their own examinations. So it is going 50-50. But still, if you're targeting a particular university, do your research and take a look at their selection criteria. Once you're selecting humanities, so the information we got from this video is that if you are opting for maths and economics as a combination, you have more options available. On the other hand, English is compulsory and other subjects you can opt for depending on your choice. Once said that, if you select humanities, the vast variety of options you have with career choices would include journalism, being a professor or a lecturer in that field. You can also be a psychologist, and in psychologist you have a variety of range. If you're opting for maths and economics as a combination, you can go for any type of honors. For example, you can go for eco honors, you can go for English honors, you can go for any honors in the subject that you like. So you do have variety of options. Of course, you can also go for civil services, because a lot of students ask me that if we are targeting civil exams or government examinations, is it beneficial to opt for humanities? So what this student Abhilasha just told us, so she was very clear and she said that if you're targeting a civil service exam and if you go ahead for science subject, you are dividing your energy into two different fields at that moment, and because of that you won't be able to give 100% to the choice of your field, that is your civil services. So if you are 100% sure that you are inclined towards civil services exams, you should use your energy wisely and put in efforts in the correct direction. That is, selecting subjects which help you move ahead in your career but not divide your attention into two directions. So having said that, this is it for today's session. If you still have any doubts and queries about humanities field or science or maths or commerce field, I would be slowly answering all your questions and queries. So make sure that you drop me an email at psclassesicsc@gmail.com, or you can leave a message in the comment box below, or you can also reach out to me on the Telegram channel. So thank you so much, students, and we'll catch up in the next session.